Yeah, everybody, just a quick one. I got these from Hienie Haynes. I got them yesterday. They were on sale. It's the Magnum Boker B&B knife, metal tin. Got kit made out of that in it. Make a kit out of that. Yeah. They come with a full plastic film around them, cardboard sleeve, presentation tin. Get a little bit of information on the thumb screws and tightening up the scales and stuff. Guarantee. Get a little Allen key. Comes like that. That foam come out of there quite easy. You just pull out plastic wrapper. Quite nice. I like the colour. It's almost mackerel in it. Got Newcastle away strip. Lanyard hole. Bit of jumping on the top there, look. Same again at the back end. Gives you a bit more grip. Twin thumb screws. That's what the Allen key's for. And for the scales. But it's one-handed opening. It's quite a heavy knife. It's just under the 3mm, 2 something. Couldn't quite make it out. There's a bit more jumping on the thumb riser there. So it's quite comfortable. I've got very large hands. Quite comfortable. You have to excuse my hair sticking up over there. I'm not long in. I've had my hat on. It's cold up here. Just noticed. Bit of jumping there. Like I say. Liner lock. See if we can get that to go for you. See that there? Saw that quite clearly, didn't you? See the liner lock there? Push to one side. Blade will fall. It clicks over. And it does no movement in there at all. It's the Magnum B&B knife. They were 33 quid, 32.90 odd something. Original price, and they're down to £11.90 odd. So I thought I'd take a punt. See what a 30 quid pocket knife was. And I wouldn't pay £30 for it. I just wouldn't. But for £11 I thought, you know, it's worth a punt. Get myself a couple. Quite like that. Just the colour draw to me. So I'm dexterous opening. Quite a nice knife, block knife. It's like a kid at Christmas in it, playing with the boxes. That'll make a nice little make a nice kit out of that. That's your Magnum by Boker. It's called the B&B knife. It says limited stock, so I don't know how many they've got left, but Hienie Haynes do some quite good deals every now and again, you know what I mean? The prices do come rocketing right down. And just by watching this little video, YouTube friend of mine, Thomas there at Plymouth Fens, and Dopey Dog, woof 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 woof. That's a dog. Happy birthday for Dopey Dog. It was her birthday the other day. Happy birthday, Dopey Dog. You asked a question about waste and how to cut down on waste. My good mate Andy down there at Mad Dog Survival, he come up with a good tip on his comments, and what he said was, if you carried something the season before and it never got used, take it out and try a season without it. And that's a really good sound advice, that is. That's a good top tip. Because if you're carrying it and you're not using it, you're not using it. I think Andy will also agree is there's some things that you take to rather have and not use than not have it and need to use it, if you like. You know what I mean? Like your first aid kit and stuff like that. But what he's saying is right. If you're talking about waste as in gas rubbish, right? Whatever you take out with you should come back with you, right? Just, you know, conservation, that's what we're here for. I tend to usually bring back more rubbish than I make myself when I'm out, because other people will always leave stuff lying about, and I'll always pick up what I can and ferry it out, like, you know what I mean? If it's possible, that's what I will do. One of the two easiest ways to adjust your weight is your water, how much water that you carry in your food supplies, right? I'm fortunate. I tend to go places where there's quite a good, decent water source, so I can cut down on the need to carrying in 3-4 litres of water, fresh water. Although I'll always carry at least 1 litre of fresh water with me, right? Just as standard. If you're obviously going somewhere where the water source is few and far between, you're going to have to start loading up with water, aren't you? Because it's, you know, water, it's one litre of water weighs 1 kilo, so it's a heavy carry. And the next thing that you could probably save weight on is your food. Now you what's it called when you dehydrate a lot of your food, right? That's cracking. That's the way to go. I personally think. I used to use stuff called Bean Feast. It's a vegetarian option. And that's just water, but it's like mince. You can get savoury mince, chilli mince. I think they did like a bolognese mince. But it's palatable, you know what I mean? It's not the best, but it's all right. So maybe just have a look at some of those vegetarian mixes. You know, it's just to fill the hole, isn't it? Really, you know what I mean? It's obviously got protein and stuff in it. But on your rubbish, all I can say is, you know, like I say, if you sort of try to uniform things, if you say, right, that size there, that's going to do me, say, a full day's food, always keep it that size, right? So when it goes in your bag full, if you use all the kit and all that, you can go back in your bag, possibly with a bit of room to spare, because all your gas and used stuff is in there. I'm not a big fan of MREs at all. I mean, I've got them. I do have them. I don't carry them. But it's like space food, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's in the packets. So once you use it, the packets can be rolled up and folded down to nothing. Whereas the tins, you know, I'm used to taking tinned meat and fish. You know, so you have to carry the full tin out, bring the empty tin back with you. So it's up, you know, it's horses and courses. It's a very personal thing. So I think you mentioned that you're going to be doing a bit of a trek anyway, right? Just coming from me, right? What I used to do, because I've done like the Pennine Way both ways, and I did the Highland Way a few times. The South Downs Way I've done both ways. You know, there's a few little walks you can do, right? Well, what I tend to do is on the first day when I start out, I'll only do about 5 or 6 clicks, right? Stop, strike camp, make sure that I've got everything, you know what I mean? Just early on. It's called a Hudson Bay start. It means you can get all your kit out, you can make sure that you've got it all, make sure everything's working and serviceable, you know what I mean? So if anything was overlooked, forgotten, broken, damaged in that way, you haven't got miles to tab it all the way back to replenish or resupply, whatever, right? It's called a Hudson Bay start. And for long treks, I personally think that's the way to think. Just do a few clicks, 5 or 6 clicks, stop for the day, stop, set yourself up. Make sure you've got everything. Make sure everything's in good working order. You know what's what. If you've forgotten anything or you think, oh no, I've come out, I haven't bought me food or I haven't bought me toilet paper. It's not that far to tab it back to your starting point, your jumping off point, and then you can catch up. And then the next day, you know what I mean. You'll put the time in and click off. But like I say, I'm adjusting weight all the time now with the minute, you know, so I can build it around with, excuse me, my limitations and the elements that I'm getting on a bit now, you know what I mean? I'll tell you what I've been working on. I've had my posh camp chair set up in the house. I've been working out how to do things sat down all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like down to getting water. That's where those foot pumps, air pumps. What I've decided to do is probably start carrying one of them, get an extension of the pipe or the tube so I can drop it in the water, just sit there and pump it with my foot, you know what I mean? Fill up my water, filter it out so I'm not bending up and down all the time. I could then set myself up on a chair, get my basket over me, a bit like fishing, you know what I mean? A bit like fishing, and just sit and do it all. So I'm going to mod myself a tray for my leg, you know what I mean? Strap it onto my leg, magnetic, maybe some work on it. I'm working on it. Keeps me busy, but yeah, they're worth a look at. 12 quid if you're interested. Get a £30 knife for a tenner. It is a lock knife, mind you, so you couldn't be carrying it about, but something to have in it. Something to get on here, no, I haven't been on for a while, I've been a bit busy. Yeah, so on that one, rubbish. Always take out, whatever you take out, bring back with you, you know, or disperse of it sensibly, like, you know, in a designated rubbish area. Something else also, like on a trek, plan it, you know what I mean. There must be a village shop somewhere, or can you nip off the trail, get into like a 24-hour garage or something to resupply stuff, or. But generally, rule of thumb is what you take out, all of it should come back. It's not like leave no sign or whatever. It's just, well, it is a bit like that. And it is like that, but it's the conservation of the area. You know what I mean? It'll be a long time gone. You know what I mean? Once it's away, it'll be a long time gone. So just my oars in there for you, Thomas, just to sort of like see if that helps you. Definitely good tip there, advice from Andy down there at Mad Dog Supply. You know, whatever you haven't used for the season or the season before, you're obviously not going to be using it. Ditch it out, you know.